Hey everyone, Pete Werner here with your Diz Daily Fix for Friday, December 21st, 2018. Before I get started, this is the final Diz Daily Fix for the year. It is also the final Diz Daily Fix, period. We are retiring the Daily Fix as of this episode to focus on some other things in the new year. You're going to see a lot of cool stuff coming up in the new year, but we want to thank those of you that have stayed with us for the last 3 years as we've done this. And with that out of the way, let's get started with what's in the news today, because 4 days before Christmas, there isn't a lot. Because we're going out with a whimper here. I'll just say that. Where the news stories are concerned, we're kind of going out with a whimper. I will do my best to make them as interesting as possible. Starting with this one. Typhoon Lagoon is going to have an adults-only area between Christmas and New Year's. What could possibly go wrong? From December 26th through the 31st, Disney's Typhoon Lagoon will feature Adult Cove. This is going to include, quote, everything you need to really unwind this holiday season, food and beverage service at Hammerhead Fred's Bar, specialty drinks, live music, and there will be a TV at the bar so you can catch the big game. I'm quoting here. These are not my words. So what could possibly go wrong? Water, drinks, adults-only area. I'll let the joke write itself. In movie news, Mary Poppins Returns drew $4.8 million in ticket sales on its opening day. Apparently, that's a very good number. Disney was very happy with that number. It is expected to take in between $55 and $75 million domestically by Christmas Day. This is a film that cost them $130 million to produce. It is getting generally positive reviews, a 78% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Word of mouth has been really good. This film was directed by Rob Marshall with music by Mark Shaman and Scott Whitman. Hearing a lot of good things about it. I definitely want to check it out. But I don't know. I'm not like overly excited by Mary Poppins as I am about our next story, which apparently the internet lost its mind the other day when Entertainment Weekly released a cover for their magazine that featured the three principal characters from the upcoming live-action Aladdin series. Why? Why did they lose their minds? Well, because Will Smith, who plays the genie, wasn't blue. And people went insane. I mean, they lost their minds. I was reading so many of the comments, especially on Twitter, where apparently, really and truly, I think a Twitter account should come with some medication. The more I'm on Twitter, the more I read Twitter, the more I think it really needs to come with some medication, or people need to do something, because the stuff that was being written because of a cover, a magazine cover, people are writing this movie off as horrible. It's like, come on. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to The Lion King. I'm looking forward to Aladdin. Those were two movies that were released and became part of the zeitgeist right around the time I was really starting to get into coming to Disney World. So I really associate those films with those years in my life. And so they hold a special place in my heart. And I think, you know what, maybe we should wait for the film before we start losing our minds over how good it is or isn't because Will Smith is blue or not blue or whatever. By the way, Will Smith will be blue as the genie in the movie, done through CGI, because if they painted Will Smith blue, it wasn't going to look good on camera. So just calm down. For Christmas, give yourself that gift. Calm the F down already. All right, that's that. Over on the Diz, contributor Rachel Ashbrook laments, why is Disney taking cast member Individuality out of the attractions? This is an interesting read, and I suggest you go head over to www.info.com and check it out. She's talking about how attractions like Living with the Land, the Great Movie Ride, the Backlot Tour have all either gone away or gotten, these were attractions that were heavily involved cast members in the story. and that Disney seems to be getting further and further away from that cast member interaction, and how good that cast member interaction could make these attractions. So head over to the Diz and check out that article by Rachel. Over on the boards today, people are noticing that resorts are starting to sell out for December of next year. Why, you ask? 2 words: Star Wars. 2 more words: Galaxy's Edge. People are starting to try and figure out around when Disney is going to open Galaxy's Edge. I think if Disney is saying late in 2019, I think that is a really good possibility it won't be until early 2020. To be honest with you, if they don't have it ready to go for the Christmas season, they're not going to open it. So I would, but people are starting to book up the resorts, and they're trying to figure out, like, okay, if I book the resort during this week, do I think it's going to be open? It's really hard to say right now, folks. Really, really hard to say. I think Disneyland's an easier read. I think if you're looking at mid to late July at Disneyland, you're good. I don't have that on firm authority, but that's my gut, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. Mid to late July, expect to see it open at Disneyland. Finally, in the weather, if you are heading into the parks in Orlando tomorrow, you can expect sunny skies but cold weather. 62, that's cold for us, during the day. 41 at night, which is cold for just about anybody, so bundle up. Out in Anaheim, if you're heading into the parks out there, partly cloudy skies with a high of 70 and a low of 48. You can find links to all these stories and more on our Diz Daily Fix main page at wdwinfo.com/dailyfix. That will do it for me for today, and that will do it for the Diz Daily Fix. It is a series wrap. We hope you have enjoyed this little daily dose of Disney, say that 10 times fast, that we brought into your homes and your cars and your iPads and iPhones and other devices over the course of the last 3 years. We certainly have enjoyed bringing it to you, but we're not done. We're going to be doing other things, so stay tuned for that. So to all of you, from all of us here, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you next month.